You'll get your money when you fit the damn door. 2 for Peter. No, 2 for Peter. That's right there. 2 for Pecker. Hi, and welcome to my continuation of my series of watching and reviewing the Spider-Man movie leading up to Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then, from August to December, I'm going to review only the best Spider-Man movie, X-Men movie, and MCU movie. And maybe some of the underrated X-Men movie, Spider-Man movie, and MCU movie that I like that get a lot of hate. Okay? And that'll be from August to December. Leading up to Doomsday, okay? So only the good one and the underrated one that I like that get a lot of hate, okay? So, but right now I'm just watching and reviewing the Spider-Man movie leading up to Spider-Man Brand New Day, okay? So now I'm on Spider-Man 3, okay? And Spider-Man 3 is the one that get a lot of hate. Some people say it's the worst one out of the Sam Raimi trilogy. Some people say it's the worst Spider-Man movie. So on and so forth. Okay, so I'll talk about that in a minute after I give you the background. Okay, it's directed by Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire, Kristen Dunst, James Franco, Thomas Hayden Church, Toby Gray, Dwight Dow Howard, Rosemary Harris, J.K. Simmons. Okay, May 4th, 2007, 139 minutes, 258 to 350 million, 895.9 minutes. Okay, James Franco, I was sad and disappointed. Not really sad, but just disappointed that he didn't come back in No Way Home. Okay. Dwight Dow Howard. A couple years ago, I figured out who she was. She was in the the Jurassic Park movie. Or I should say the Jurassic World movie. Okay. So you have Jurassic Park, and then they went into the Jurassic World movie. Okay. So she was in the Jurassic World movie with Chris Pratt. Okay. Rosemary Harris. The few times I looked her up, she's still alive. Okay. She's like between like 97, 98, 99, somewhere in there. And they'll probably never do this, but I would like to see her come back in a Marvel movie, an MCU movie, would be a Spider-Man movie or Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars, and have a conversation with one last conversation with Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and say, hey, I just knew always that you were Spider-Man. Or something like that. That would be awesome. But they probably never do that, okay? 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 Now, I think they were going to be at Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire and Bruce Campbell. We're going to be like, Mysterio. But I don't know why. I think either they had a problem with the script or a problem with the studio. So then it was supposed to come out like 2011, but then in 2012 they came out with the Andrew Garfield one that made him Spider-Man. Okay. But I'm just thankful that we got to see Tobey Maguire again as Spider-Man in No Way Home, and then he's gonna come back in the Avengers. Okay. Um, it got 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. 62% from the critics on Rotten Tomatoes. 51%. Okay. From the audience. But now they call it like popcorn meter or something. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest. I still like this movie. I think it's underrated. Okay. I think a couple things. People don't like the thing where Peter Parker had a black suit on, black Spider-Man suit on, and doing this and dancing down the street. Okay. They say that Venom should not be in that movie. Okay. To me, when you have a comic book movie, you should have one villain and develop that villain throughout the whole movie. Make them like really bad and all that, terrifying. Cause a villain, when you have an action movie or a horror movie or comic book movie, a terrifying villain throughout the whole movie will make an action movie, a horror movie, or comic book movie really good. Okay. I can name you a couple James Bond movies where the villain was really good. I can name you a couple comic book movies where the villain was really good. Okay. But okay. Now okay. So I will go with the problem with this movie, and then I will go with the stuff I like about this movie. Okay. The problem with this movie is it had too many stuff in the movie. Okay. Like you have 3 villains, like Harry as the new Goblin or Hobgoblin. I don't know what's the real term to call it. Okay, because I see it. Some people say Hobgoblin, and some people say New Goblin, and then because that's what it was setting up in the first 2 movies. Because Harry was always mad at in the first 2 movies, mad at Spider-Man for taking his dad away. That was setting up in for the 3rd movie. Okay, and then you have Sandman, and then they brought back. Oh, sorry. This is the guy that really killed. This the guy that killed your Uncle Ben. Okay, Frank Marco. So you have another villain, and then you have Venom, Eddie Brock. Okay, and played by Toby Gray, the guy that was in That 70s Show. And if you haven't seen That 70s Show, I highly recommend it. It's a funny show. I have it on the whole box set. Okay. Okay. So, I would say they should have took out Sandman and Venom and made Harry the bad guy of the whole movie. That's what the first 2 movies were leading up to. Okay. J.K. Simmons, he wasn't as funny as he was in the first 2 movies. He's a criminal. He's a too big criminal. I want to expose him from that murderer he really is. Do anybody care what I want? What? Get out of here. He's funny, but in this one, he's really not that funny. Okay, that one thing where that woman keeps pressing that buzzer, take the pill. No, that one. Drink a lot of water. I'm like, nah, that's not really that funny. Okay. Okay. MJ, Mary Jane, she was kind of whining in this movie, like, all a kid. Now, Kristen Dunst, she's fantastic as Mary Jane. Okay. I would like to see her come back in the next Spider-Man movie or even in the Avenger movie. But this one, she's kind of annoying with the way she whines. Oh, kid, don't give me that. I'm like, oh my goodness, okay. Um, okay. So to take out two of the villains and make one of the villains the focus of the movie, and I would say Harry as the Goblin. Okay. Um, okay. And like I said, Mary Jane was whining. Not good. Okay. Um, okay. Um, so, um, and then have him dancing and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay. Now, I do like the movie. I like it better than a lot of the MCU movies, like Thor: Love and Thunder. Okay, I like it better than Fan Forte. I know that's not the MCU movie, but that's a that's that's another Marvel movie. But um, okay, um, now the way like some people talk about this movie, they say, oh, this is like the worst comic book movie ever, or the worst Spider-Man movie ever. Now I don't know if this is the worst Spider-Man movie ever, cause I still like it, and I still get emotion. I think it's still emotional. I like Spider-Man movies when they're emotional. Like the first two were really good. He had a good Green Goblin. He was terrifying. It was good. His deaths were good. They developed the friendship of Harry and Peter Parker were good. The second one, the guy who played Dr. Octopus, he was good. They developed the relationship with Mary Jane and um, Peter Parker again, and then they do it again in this one. But yeah, um, and the death of Harry at the end was sad. Okay, and okay, so probably what hurt this movie is too many villains and and Mary Jane being whiny. Okay, so so if you took out Mary Jane being whiny and just have like one villain in the movie and don't have Peter Parker um, wearing the black Spider-Man suit, then this movie will probably be really good. Okay, and I don't hate it like a lot of people do. Uh, uh, I still say the death of Harry at the end was that. Okay, I always like the cameo with Blue Campbell, Trooper Pecker, funny. Okay, I like Blue Campbell. Okay, I grew up with Blue Campbell, and I'm lucky that like back in like 2017, 2018, or 2019, I forgot what year it was. I met Blue Campbell. Okay, and I like him. I like him in Burn Notice, and I like him in Army of Darkness. Okay, um, okay. I think that they didn't need to bring Venom in the movie. Save it for another movie. I mean, another Spider-Man movie. How can you have a Venom for the last 30 minutes of the movie? Okay. Uh, I wish that they would have made J.K. Simmons really funny, like the first two movies. Um, okay, so I can probably come up with like 2 or 3 MCU movies that I say, well, those are a lot 10 times worse than this Spider-Man movie. Okay, one of them is Thor: Love and Thunder, or Ant-Man and the Wasp. No, not Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Quantumania. That's the one. Okay, because Ant-Man and Quantumania, that's the one where everybody complaining about the big CGI big head at the end, you know, okay, yeah, so, 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 which one you think is better? Thor Love and Thunder, Ant-Man and the Quantumania, or Spider-Man 3, okay, and Spider-Man 3 I think is underrated, I think it's a better movie than those two MCU movies, okay, that I mentioned, okay, 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 and then probably some other one. Okay. So I think Spider-Man 3 gets a lot of hate. Okay. I think all the theme with Aunt May is still good. She's fantastic in all three of the Spider-Man movies. Okay. Um. So if I was on Rotten Tomatoes, I would go like maybe between 70, 75, or 80. Okay, what hurt the movie for me is uh MJ being whiny, too many villains, to take two of the villains out and to focus on one of the villains, and don't have Peter Parker wearing the black Spider-Man suit dancing down the street. Other than that, everything else good. Okay, but what we got, I like Bruce Campbell cameo. I like the fight scene, all the fight scenes in the movie. Okay. I like the death of Harry. It was still emotional. Okay. Be honest, I really like comic book movies when they're emotional. Either have a lot of action in it, or have depth emotional, like the first two Spider-Man movies, or Captain America: The Winter Soldier, or Logan. I don't want a comic book movie to be like joking, and that's what a lot of the MCU movies are doing, being joking. Okay, and when you have a comic book movie be like joking, then that's when it turns out to be a bad movie, like Thor: Love and Thunder. Okay, um, so 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 uh, I would at least give it like a 70 or 75, somewhere in there, and I would say it's underrated. Okay, um, okay, and you took those things out that hurt the movie, uh, it might bump it up to like an 80, 85, or 90 for me. Okay, it still got a lot of hate. Okay, so but I don't hate it. Okay, that's it. Thank you.